Hello, thank you for watching this video. My name is Tim McCormick. I'm here with Rhoda Pflum, and we are finance agents. And we are going to be telling you some very important information today that I think you will find very valuable. We are going to be talking about how you can make substantially more money offering private loans that don't require income documentation, good credit, and many other things that the banks ask for and use as excuses to kill your deals and kill your loans. Right, Rhoda?
That's right. I'm looking at the PowerPoint. We need to advance those very quickly this time. So stay on the PowerPoint and then, so go to the next slide. Yeah, so if you're frustrated by the competition.
If you're frustrated like Darren's frustrated with us.
I know, every day. This is our life.
If you're, go ahead.
Flip to his screen right there. No, go back. I'm not done with that one. So if you're frustrated.
We'll be here all week.
Till we get it right. We're going to tell you our story also about how we went from knowing not very much about real estate to launching our own successful real estate funding company and try and help you do the same.
Private loans. When we talk about private loans, we're going to be talking specifically about real estate private loans, but really beyond that, these are loans that you can't get at banks. I'm going to be talking about why you want to sell loans that you can't get at banks in order to avoid all the competition, make it less likely you're going to lose a deal, you can charge more money so you can actually have a good life doing funding brokering as opposed to being stuck on the rat race. All right, so this is very important. I want you to pay attention. We're going to show you specifically how you can go from working your tail off for peanuts to making real money just doing a few loans a month. And we're going to be telling you exactly how we did it, how we went from the different types of financing that we offer at Finance Agents to growing a strong, successful real estate company. First, funding and brokering loans, and now we've grown on to becoming a direct lender, which is something we're not going to talk about that, but we'll give you our specific experience with starting our own funding brokerage to show you exactly how you can do it yourself. Also, this is the system that we use to train our member offices who are doing exactly what we did. All right, so the information we have is specific and it comes from our experience and our experience teaching other people.
And I don't know how long this offer is going to last, so make sure that you stay around and watch the whole video because this is a limited time offer.
All right, moving on. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what it could be like if you're offering private loans instead of what you're currently doing. And, I'll go back to our experience. We found that we were working so hard in order to get a small, $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000 commission. We had to process 100 successful funding clients a month in order to grow a company. It was very difficult. The alternative is, I remember the first commission that came in where it was like $20,000. I was like, wow, that's the same. We got in one what we could have done for 10 clients, and that really opened my eyes to what it can be like. And then you could choose, once you're making much more money on a loan, you could choose, are you trying to grow a company where you're doing lots of these in a month, or you just want to build a life where you're working on your own and you fund deals in order to facilitate the lifestyle that you want. Maybe you want to travel more, right?
Maybe you want to pay off your student debt. What can you do with more money? When you're talking about the cash advances, I remember when we were also doing direct lending with cash advances, it's completely unsecured. Once the money's out, you lose all control. So that was a tough learning curve as well, and again, 1/10 of the money. So imagine going on vacations, saving for retirement, and if you're not doing that now, what's holding you back and what would you do to make that leap?
Right, we started loan brokering for real estate loans in August of 2016, and in our first full year of business, generated $916,000 in revenue. That was 2017. I'm going to give you the exact specifics on how we do it, and so that you can see that it's something you can do for yourself, right? And that's how we did it, and now we're teaching our member offices how to do this as well. If you go back, you'll see another show that we did where we showed how someone in 5 months did 6 deals and earned $72,000 in commissions. It's the same kind of thing that you can do by working with us.
Right, so what is holding you back? Most people, they want to make more money with less time. They're tired of their boss and they think that they can do it better themselves.
Everybody
They're
loves
frustrated. Right. They become frustrated, short with the people around you. They can't save money. They can't save retirement. They don't have time or money to go on vacation, spend time with loved ones. Holidays are stressful. How are they going to make ends meet for the holidays? Or they're not living where they want to live. All of these things can lead to frustration in your life.
Yeah, Rhoda's basically explaining me 3 years ago, before we got into real estate loans. Our company went through a big transition, and in the process, we found out how difficult it is to only broker without your own direct product. So again, we have specific knowledge of this, of being in the office, not being sure if you're going to be able to pay the rent for the business, or how are you going to make payroll, or do you need to start letting go people that you worked with for years? It's a tough situation. Or we see our member offices all the time where they come in and they're fresh and they're new and they're alone, and they are the one earning money for the family. How are you going to do that? We intimately understand the process. And it's not just us and the people that we work with. There's a lot of people out there that want to be independent funding brokers. They join or they go to do this because of the promise of being able to not necessarily work 90 or 100 hours a week. If you want to do that, that's great, and that's a great way to make more money. But not everybody wants that for their life. So there's a lot of other people that are in your situation. The problem is they're all chasing the same deals, these bank deals. It's a hyper-competitive marketplace in the U.S., and if you're out there chasing the same thing everybody else is, it's hard, right? It's kind of like playing a video game versus the machine versus the other people online. People online are much better, smarter, and tough, right? And if you have a system where you're competing with everybody, it is hard. And not just this space. A lot of people are trying to figure out how to succeed in the current market where everything is changing. I think we had a graph on there.
So this one is...
Hey, I'm getting a phone call.
It's popular. So this one is like, you are not alone. Wealth inequality in the United States is changing, but how can you be on the upper half rather than the bottom half? So you can see here, this is just net wealth of people in the United States, and from 1970 to 2014, and about how the top 1% is going up and up and up, and then the middle 40%, that middle class is continuing to decrease. So you're not alone, but what is the answer, and how can you make more money to increase your income, your net wealth, and have a better life?
I want to be on the red line. And
Right.
It's interesting. I don't know. I know a lot of doctors and dentists who work very hard and they make good money, and they're just barely on the red line. And it's amazing how I could take somebody who doesn't necessarily have a college degree, didn't practice for, my wife's a dentist and she had to go to school for, I swear to you, like 30 years or more. I think it might have even been more in order to get where she's going. And we're able to take people who don't have a college degree and couldn't necessarily even get a job at a bank, and they can go out and start doing these loans and make as much as a doctor and dentist can. So
Right.
This is a way you can grab onto that as opposed to watching it just leave you behind.
Right. This next graph that we're showing is just going to be the average income in the United States, and how, again, the top 10%, their income continues to disproportionately outpace the middle class.
Awesome. Right. Okay, so a lot of the people that we have coming to us are people that are currently loan officers working for banks or small mortgage shops, and they're complaining about TRIDs, they're complaining about the time you have to wait for the consumer disclosures. They're complaining about how detailed you have to get on the income requirements, looking through somebody's personal bank statements and finding all these reasons to disqualify people, and you work on something for 3 months and then lose a loan. It is not fun, right? Banks, even though lending is up, it's still nowhere near it was 10 years ago. And maybe that's a good thing, because 10 years ago was a little bit crazy. But even beyond that, it's just way harder to succeed as a regular mortgage rep unless you're offering these private loans where you can make more money and you have less competition.
Right. But again, it's not your fault.
It's not my fault either, right?
It's
not my fault. I'm trying to help
But
you.
we're to help. We're here to help, give you the advice. Maybe buying a book isn't the solution either. You have to read a book, and then you're still alone.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can get into this. I think the number one way people get into it is they go get a job as a mortgage rep. And then you're just stuck on that hamster wheel, right? Working your butt off all day long. Maybe you get a few deals and you get a little bit of extra commission. Maybe your salary goes up 20% in a month, but you're not likely to get to the point where you can make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 just closing a couple deals. Meanwhile, with $2 million loans, if you're getting 2 points on each, that's $40,000. That's a $40,000 a month. That's something that someone can do on their own with no support or company behind them. So there is hope on how you can get out of the rat race.
So we're going to teach you how to earn more money, fund deals that others turn down, and you can also help people at the same time that banks are turning down using our method. We'll teach you about LTV. We're going to teach you about appraisals. We'll teach you about title work. We're going to teach you how to overcome objections, all of the things that you need to succeed.
Yeah, when you talk about funding deals that people turn down, you're actually going to be looking for deals that people turn down. I love being able to say to somebody, when someone comes to me and says, hey, I don't like your rate, you need to cut a point off that, or cut the interest rate, or I'm going to go somewhere else. I say, hey, go somewhere else, right? If you can get funded somewhere else, then you're probably not our client. And then they know that I don't have to spend time arguing or bartering or trying to beat somebody else's offer. I make an offer, and if it's good, they take it, and if not, they go somewhere else and get a better deal. That's a good situation to be in instead of the alternative. All right, so we're going to take you behind the curtain, like I said, show you specific examples of how Lentera did it, how we started Lentera from scratch, never having done a real estate loan in my life. We brought in one person, David Krantz, the man who's running a lot of what we're going to be giving to you. And together we were able to, like I said, in the first full year of business, hit about $917,000 in gross revenues. And we'll talk about how bad it got before we were able to find how good it could be, right? We'll talk about the moment that changed everything and what we learned from it and how you can apply that to yourself to see if it's something that applies to you.
What was your moment that changed everything? Do you
man,
have one big aha moment?
You know, I don't know if this is going to be relevant to everybody else, but we really went big on financing. We tried to become a direct lender for the merchant cash advance, the daily payment loans, and we tried to double down on that industry. And oh my goodness, I've never seen a more competitive, cutthroat industry where you get somebody approved and you lose them overnight. Man, we had one loan officer who lost 3 deals in one night. He went home at 5:30. Got back to work the next morning. You remember this, it was Sean. Got back to work at 8 a.m. and he lost 3 deals, something like $25,000 in commissions. We lost the loans. It was a mess. That was probably the single lowest point for me in that.
Yeah.
We had to let a bunch of our staff go because we saw that wasn't working the way we wanted to. And that's about the time we met David and were able to start on this path. So the timing was amazing. You know, interestingly, he came to us because so many people are talking about how much money you can make with merchant cash advance and receivables factoring, the exact thing I was talking about. He came to us to find out about it, and we ended up working with him to go away from it. We still offer the kind of financing, but as far as a long-term track, we were able to work on that together.
And I think it's interesting too, it was from Craigslist ad. It wasn't some big fancy marketing campaign, or it wasn't, Glassdoor, it wasn't Real Active Recruiting. We were looking for leads from Craigslist, I think it was. Very granular marketing, nothing fancy. So definitely, again, I know that a lot of people see these things, are like, well, I can't do that because I don't have X, Y, and Z, and
But they may think,
this.
I'm not finance agents.
Right.
They have all this stuff, but he hadn't even seen our website.
Nope.
When he came to us, right?
Nope.
He just
and if you've met
responded to an
David,
ad.
he's very not techie, so that wasn't nice.
You don't have to be techie, right? Because he is not.
You don't have to be.
We provide all that stuff for you. So.
Right.
All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And we'll talk specifically about brokering because that's exactly how Lentera started. Again, don't hold it against us that now we are a direct lender, because we just follow the path in order to continue growing. There's nothing wrong with brokering. You could make a lot of money with it. Heck, it's probably easier because once you broker, you're done. You don't have the hangover of a bad loan, which I know intimately now.
And to highlight,
clients.
if you want to be a direct lender, I think that's just the path that you have to take also with cash advances and with any other type of lending. You need to broker first to get your volume so that you can have a line and make your investors happy. And that's the path.
So bottom line, there's 2 super important things that you need to get out of this if you want to understand where we're coming from. The first one is we couldn't necessarily do it ourselves. When David came in, he taught us all sorts of stuff that we could have worked on it for years and we never would have figured it out. I mean, he just knew step by step how to take us from knowing nothing to getting deals done. And that's the first thing. We needed a mentor and somebody to help us out. The second was you only have so much time in the day. And do you want to waste your time or invest your time? You're investing your time in something where you can get a $1,000 commission or a $2,000 commission if you're lucky and you beat the other guy, or if you can make a $20 or a $30 or a $50,000 commission on one deal. You could fund everything off one loan in a month. Those two things changed the entire way that I look at this business. All right, so who are we? I mean, we've been talking about it a little bit. Obviously, we're finance agents. If you don't know our story, you can watch plenty of shows where we talk about it. But for years, we've been helping people get business financing. We've expanded our offerings to cover just about every type of financing that exists. And except for we didn't have real estate financing. I knew it was something that we needed, but I never knew how badly, right? So when we found David, he helped us add that product line and now is our largest revenue generator. We've followed it to become a direct lender. Like I said, in our first year of business, we did $917,000 in gross revenue just off the real estate deals. And we're not talking about fix and flip or ground up, just on the private loans that we're going to be showing you how to broker.
And then to go into a little bit more about who David is, David has 32 years in mortgage experience. Mortgage experience, and he had the largest private money in Arizona. What was his?
You know, I don't know if it was the largest. He had over $300 million under management at one point in active loans that they were servicing. He's funded over $1 billion in transactions. He's owned, I'm going to lose it. Over 10 different mortgage funds, which is how he finances a lot of the transactions. Don't remember the exact number. But as 32 years of experience, he's a third-generation lender.
Right.
So he likes to say that his first job was his dad gave him a bat and a car keys, and he had to go collect from clients or borrowers. So he has real intimate experience of every part of the lending process. All right, so I think it should be pretty clear about how what we've done can help benefit you. But, you know, where are you at today? Is this something that you're looking for? Do you want to know how you can earn more money offering loans that fewer people have access to on a regular basis? Is that something that would be a benefit for you? If so, this is something that you want to watch. We'll tell you exactly how to do it. All right, so go for it. Sorry, Darren put a funny picture up there.
So if you're getting serious and you really want to make that change in your life this year, you know, it's still January, getting ready to make the change that you have in life. If you're serious about making more money, if you've experimented with other solutions and you can't quite make the connection, this is a good fit. If you're tried lenders, you can't seem to get them to answer the phone. You're also going to learn how to maybe add origination fees or outside points, or how to make more money for you through this program.
Okay, yeah, so I mean, this is basically our story, right? As I said, we were doing brokering across a range of products. It was really hard. Then we started adding real estate brokering, and like I said, that first one, we got a $20,000 commission, then a $40,000. I remember somewhere in our first year, we got a single commission, $100,000 on a larger deal. And I said, this is where we want to go, and we've been able to grow from there. We're not, again, going to show you how to do this, but you could continue and build your own direct lending business with your own fund for people to finance it. We won't show you how to do that, but that's the track that you could do if you wanted to. And we have a whole system where we show you A to Z how to do this, and we know it works because this is what we're offering to our member offices right now. Our member offices are funding brokerages that work with us, and we're teaching them how to add real estate loans, how to talk to clients, how to issue an LOI, how to explain the rates and fees, and how to get fundings and make money using a complete system. And that's what we can offer to you.
What do you think your greatest discovery was? Where you're like, oh, now it kind of clicks and I get it. What do you think that was for you?
You know, for me, the thing that, like, everybody has different motivators. What really motivated me about getting into offering funding or selling money in the first place, 11, 12 years ago whenever I started this, was the idea that, man, people need money, and I can get them money and get a percentage of that. That's exciting, right? If I just get more money for people, which they want, I get a lot more money. The opportunity to make a ton of money is what I got excited about. Then I got into it, and it's that hamster wheel of trying to do lots of little deals. And it's like, there's only so many hours you can work. You get to the point where you're working 12, 14 hours a day because you just got to get one more deal. It's the only way to make more money. At some point, you got to move on to bigger deals. my early experience showed me that bigger deals are impossible. I've told people, don't go elephant hunting. You look for the big deals and you end up getting nothing. But when we started seeing large commissions come in on these private loans because they don't have other options, that was the moment that changed how I look at it. That was probably the single biggest thing for me.
I guess I'm thinking too about mine, and it's definitely smaller, and when you're a novice, you don't know what you don't know. And I think that something that we had talked about a lot too was just even simple calculating the LTV. We had been doing it wrong by taking their current liens and subtracting it rather than the order of operations that we were calculating it. So our LTV was always inflated and couldn't figure out why these things weren't going through. So just learning basic things too like that to make sure you understand the basics so that you can go on to learn more complicated loan programs like RAPs, or how can you structure those. Things like that are going to be great in this program.
Right, and we're able to take people from basically zero experience. We teach you all the fundamentals and exactly how you can get to the point where you can start making money. And we do that in, drum roll, hit it.
We should say it together.
Say it together, I don't know. Our real estate masterclass. That is what we are now offering to you. A real estate masterclass where you can get direct teaching from David himself and the other people here that are actually brokering these loans on a daily basis and show you exactly how to do it. The same training that we offer to our member offices that are doing these deals on a regular basis. What are you going to get in the masterclass, Rhoda?
So it's going to be a set of videos and tests that go over how to overcome objections, how to calculate the LOI, what's required to get a deal funded, basic application requirements. We're going to go over title and appraisal. You get a manual for written. You're going to get an application, and then you get a little one-page flyer so that you can go around and market your business.
So those sound like features of the system. What are the actual benefits? Why do you actually do it? What do you get out of doing this? If you learn LTV, who cares? What's the benefit?
Well, you get knowledge. That's always a plus in my book. And then you're going to get more money, and hopefully you'll get some free time as well.
Right. You are going to learn how, by just funding 2 or 3 deals in a month, you can make the same amount of money that you're doing trying to do 10 or more, which at some point becomes impossible. We're going to show you how to access private loans that aren't available and nobody talks about. We're going to show you how to help people that currently can't be helped, and so they're excited to talk to you and call you back even if they don't like the rates later. We'll make it easier for you to succeed as a funding broker and help you realize the promise of being a funding broker as opposed to what it is now, which is just exhausting.
Right. Not alone. You get support.
All right, so let's go back into the features. There's a lot of different things that are included in the system that help them achieve all those benefits. What is that, right? So I think we have a slide that lists those here. Hopefully Darren's going to put it up so I can just read it to you. What's the first feature we got?
The videos, like I mentioned. So there are about 15 videos that cover those things that I mentioned before, the application, appraisal, upfront costs, order, or the timeline, so that you can learn about the different aspects of real estate private loans.
All right, so we're not just sending you a book.
No.
What's videos like?
The videos.
Are they this amazing?
I think even more.
I
They
hope so.
are.
Even
I
better.
Hope so.
Well, they're edited and shorter and concise and very
And
punchy.
they have a great background that's not the bricks, so that kind of spices it up. So we've got, a lot of 2 people talking, giving you dialogue, and then there are going to be the quizzes that follow the video to make sure that you understand and comprehend, so that or if you don't understand, that's, I think, also maybe even more important to understand, like what you did not understand from the video.
Okay, all right. So the first part is we're going to have video. It's a video training. And along with the videos, there are quizzes. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't really want to test. I just want to learn. What's the point of this quiz?
Shouldn't
Why are you
be
quizzing
scared
me?
of a test.
I
if
pay
you
money.
learned.
I pay money so I don't have to take a test.
You shouldn't be scared of a quiz if you know your material.
Okay.
But
what's the point if you don't learn it, right?
It's to make sure that you understand. And if you don't understand, at the end of the course, you're going to be able to go over what you did or did not understand.
Yeah, just so you know, we break these into small digestible pieces where you watch a short video and then the quiz highlights the main points. And if you didn't get it, you need to go watch it again anyway because this is important stuff. And these are the absolute most important parts from that. So the quiz helps reinforce what you just learned so you don't miss the important things. What do you get besides the videos and quizzes?
You're also going to get a manual. I know that we've talked about this. People learn different ways. I like reading. Tim likes reading. Some people like watching the video and listening, so they're auditory, not as much of a visual learner. So the book is going to go through all of the, it's going to complement and supplement the videos that you're watching.
Yeah, just about everything you see in the videos is going to be included in the book, so you can watch the videos, learn it, and then keep the book as a reference in case somebody calls and want to flip to get something quickly. It's kind of hard to go sift through a bunch of videos to find an answer. You could do that, so we're getting through multiple sites.
And I also like it because there's a lot of, we intentionally left a lot of white space in the book so that you can take notes if you want to print it. You can take notes of the interesting points or features that you learned while you're watching the videos.
You can doodle I love finance agents. That's what I do everywhere, all the time.
Or I love Rhoda.
Or, well, I'm married. All right, so you got videos, quizzes, you got a training manual, and then the last thing that we'll provide to you is an application. An application for what?
For the real estate loans, so that you know what to go through with people. So it's unbranded. You can put your own brand on it.
Something I can go use right away?
Right away.
Okay, awesome.
I think it's also a great tool to use that on calls as you're talking to clients as a checklist to make sure that you don't forget on everything and to reinforce the questions that you need to go over to make sure that they're qualified or not qualified. That's a huge component. People spending time on deals that are just not going to work.
Yeah, that's bad. You know, Rhoda said that I learned by reading. I really learned by doing. Having the application allows you to get some apps in, review it with our underwriters, and learn what the heck we're actually doing. And then you get that nice benefit of getting paid. Maybe you make 20 grand on an app when you're just learning, right? Because in the beginning, our loan officers, heck, we do almost all the work for you. So you just bring in the business and we'll help you with it. But it's all part of the learning process. Learn by doing.
Okay, so then we have, what my personal favorite feature on this one is that on all of the modules, that's what the video or the test or anything is called, there's a little feedback button. So you just click that button if you have a question or want to say something, this is amazing, or when David said this, can you clarify that? You just click a button, you can make that response, and then you'll be getting feedback usually within about 24 hours, because we are listening, we are here for the long haul for you.
My personal feature is that we show you how you can make 20 grand on one deal. I know it's not necessarily a specific feature.
That's not a feature, that's a benefit.
But it changes your life, honestly. So that's what I like best about this.
There's also a way that you can go back and review old tests, which enables you to review your knowledge, make sure that you still understand what's going on, go back and review questions maybe you missed and understand why did you miss them.
And by the way, we teach you all this. When you're done with it, you can use the information to go wherever you want, right? If you want to send deals to us, that's awesome. We love it. But there's no requirement or stipulation. You can take this anywhere. You could use the application to send loans to other lenders. We don't care. We know what space we're in, and when it's our deal, you're going to come to us anyway. So we're happy to work with you in that.
All right.
Okay, so I think we had a couple people that went through the masterclass and provided a quote. Rhoda?
Yeah, Rick Cox found it very helpful. He said, I've never been in commercial real estate, never done commercial real estate, and I'm very intrigued by it. I think it's potentially a strong source of revenue. So he's someone who just took it maybe 2 weeks ago, so he's getting through the test, and now he's working with us to help get ramped up.
Yeah, he's one of our newer member offices. Another one of our member offices, Keith McLiberty, watched it, and he said, very useful. Very, very verbose on his response.
Yeah,
Thank you, Keith and Rick. All right. So are you trying to decide, is this for me? Is this guy talking to me or what? All right. So how you know whether or not you would be good for the real estate masterclass. First of all, it's perfect. If you don't have a lot of real estate experience, then this is a great way to get into the industry. It's a great way to figure out how to make more money on fewer deals. Just as a side note, on the bigger deals, I have a buddy of mine become a business broker, and he did that because he could make $100,000 on brokering a single business, but it took him a whole year, I swear to God, an entire year before he got his first commission. And that is scary. That's how it is for most of these things. If you want to get larger commissions, you're going to invest a lot of time. This is not that. We show you how you can go out and start funding people tomorrow. You could get your first funding in a month. So if that's the kind of thing that's interesting to you, if you're already a funding broker and you're looking to add commercial real estate or add private loans, then this is perfect for you, because this is going to help you add a more lucrative product line, even if you want to keep doing the other stuff you're doing. Or even if you're an existing loan broker and you're out there brokering mortgage loans right now, worst case scenario, you're going to find out the underwriting criteria for a new lender you're probably not working for yet that is funding deals that nobody else will fund. So if you're new, if you're in a different related industry for funding, or if you're already doing mortgage loans, for any one of those, this is a perfect fit for you.
This is not for people who want to pay a little bit of money and then just get a quick buck. It's obviously not for them. And it's for people who want success and who are willing to work and realize that not every deal is going to fund. That's one of the things I think we see often, is that people will send one deal, doesn't fund, and they're like, oh, it doesn't work, I can't do it, and then they quit. It takes some work. It does take some work. And so if you ask any salesperson, do all deals fund? Nope. But they keep hitting it, and they know that they're not going to get a sale 100% of the time.
Yeah, look, you could buy the best training course in the world with the absolute magical videos, and they send you beans in the mail, or magic beans, anything. But if you don't actually do something, then it's worthless. So if you're going to take this and not do anything, then yeah, it's not for you. But alternatively, if you want to get into this and you need a guide that shows you exactly how to do it, I think the number one reason people quit stuff is because they lose hope. They don't believe they can actually work. But I'm standing right here. I did it. 2016 in August we started, and in 2017 we brought in $917,000 in revenue. That didn't all go right into my pocket, unfortunately. Would have been nice, but you get
Still
the
have
idea.
costs.
Gross revenue is still awesome. So it shows the future, and then from that we were able to turn into a direct lender. Opens a lot of doors for either living a freer life without being tied and worrying about your next paycheck, or building a bigger business with a lot more potential.
Okay. So what's it worth? What's it worth? You know, there are other courses out.
$1 million, right?
Yeah, there are other courses out there for a certificate course from a university that's like $27,000, but you're not going to learn the nuts and bolts of the boots on the ground, how to sell hard money. But
You won't learn anything about this at school.
Right, you'll get a business certificate.
Absolutely nothing.
You'll learn about real estate investing. You
learn other stuff, yeah.
You'll learn other stuff, and you know, you might have fun, but it takes a
go
lot
to
of
some
time.
Kegers or whatever you do in college.
Yeah.
Been a while since I was in college.
You'll lose your nights. It takes a long time. It'll take, you know, a year to get a business certificate, or you can get, you know, other courses cost $400 for just, and it's still not on point with learning how to sell private real estate loans.
Yeah, people go and spend $160,000 going to college or more, and they don't know anything about this. For a while, I've wanted to take somebody right out of high school. I take somebody in high school, but I don't know. There's different labor laws for younger people. I want to take somebody right out of high school. We've talked about it, and bring them in and have them start doing deals and show that you don't need to do all that in order to earn income similar to somebody who's going to spend 12 years in post-secondary education and rack up $500,000 in debt as dentists and doctors do. So yeah, school, it's obviously way cheaper than school. You get going much faster. There are other courses out there that teach you how to get into commercial real estate. I've looked around on the internet and I've seen them. Some of them are $25,000. I'm not going to say who they are because I'm not trying to name specific groups, but 25 grand, you go sit in a class for a week, and then they cut you loose and say, good luck, right? And it's worth it if you actually start funding a couple deals a month. But why spend $25,000 when you can get it for a lot less? And that's what we're offering here.
Right. You do have a choice. You have a choice to make a change. You have a choice to choose what class you're going to do, and how are you going to earn more money this year, and what is it going to take to get you to make that leap? What would that be worth to you? What would it be worth to you to make $20,000 in a month?
If you want a $20,000 month, do you want to have one loan fund at $20,000 or 10 loans fund at $2,000 each? What sounds like more work to you? I know from personal experience that the 10 loans is way, way more work. All right, so today we are presenting our master course, our master class, our real estate master class to you at a huge value and a significant discount. All right, so the value is worth potentially more than you can get with a $160,000 education, or you can go get for courses for $25,000. So the value is there. If it can change your life to the point where you're making $20,000 a month instead of spending 25 grand on a course, it's a lot of value. But what are we actually pricing it at?
Well,
$10,000, right?
No.
Way cheaper than $25,000.
Normally it's $297. We have our masterclass set price for
$2,970 is what you're saying, right?
$297, not $2.97. $297.
$297.
Right.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a good price.
Right. But that's not today's price.
No?
No. We're all launching it. We want to attract more customers. We want to get more people out there
I
funding.
want 10% off. Can I knock 10% off the price today?
Nope. We've got an implementation plan that we're going to go over with you as well. So it's not going to be $297, but you're also going to get the implementation. After you've completed the course, you're going to have a call with Trey, and he's going to teach you actually how to implement a plan so that you can start being successful. We're also going to have an exclusive webinar where you get to ask David questions. After everyone who's in it, he'll set up a call. You can go over questions either that you didn't learn, ask him how he got in, really pick his brain.
Yeah, and by the way, this is not something we're offering forever, right? Just for the people that are coming in now to this masterclass, because you're, we've had our member offices in here, but we haven't been offering to the public. So the first people that come in order to make it even more fun, when you're done, we're going to schedule a mastermind with David where he's going to be able to answer your questions and talk about how to make sure you're successful. The guy's funded $1 billion in these private loans. I'm sure he's going to be able to help you answer a few, sometimes you watch something, you hear it, but you don't really understand it. He's going to be able to answer all those questions for you. So the things that you're getting along with it, right? You get the whole course, everything included in it, and then you're going to get that private session with David. You're also going to get this implementation thing. What we're talking about is you're going to have a special call with Trey, one of the founders of Finance Agents, who has he's trained hundreds and hundreds of loan officers, and he's helped launch over 100 different funding brokerages. So the man knows exactly how to take information and turn it into action to the point where you're actually making money and getting deals done. So you get the course, you get implementation call with Trey, you get a mastermind where you're going to learn from David. What else do you get along with it?
You get double commission on your first deal.
Huh?
Huh?
Wait, what? That wasn't my idea. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of money to get a double commission on your first deal.
Double commission on your first deal with us.
Oh, wow. Okay. But not if you've already been working with us, right? If you're somebody who's worked with us before, no double commission for them, right?
Oh, no, we didn't talk about that.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Anybody who's in, if you sign up for this, you get double commission on your next deal, even if we worked together for the last 5 years and we've already funded a real estate deal together. We don't care because, frankly, by going through the course and learning everything, it's going to make our job easier. There's less questions we're going to have to answer. The deals just flow. And when you see a problem coming, you can fix it in advance. We're going to teach you all of that.
What if someone doesn't like it? What if they don't? Then what do you do?
Pound sand, right? Shut
I don't
off.
know. What are you going to do? Someone's like, meh, I didn't like it. Not very good.
Look, we're giving you a guarantee. You got 30 days. If for any reason you don't like it, and you should be able to complete the course really in its entirety in a week. Get to the point where you can even start going out and getting applications within a month. So 30 days is a long time. So I give you my personal guarantee this will work for you. If you implement what we're talking about, you are going to find people that need financing that are not getting helped elsewhere, and you can make a lot of money with them. But for 30 days, if you don't like it for any reason, you don't like the color, you don't like Rhoda's shirt, you don't like my references to, I don't know what the heck. Whatever you don't like, I don't care. You don't like me, all right? I mean, I think might be somebody out here who doesn't like me. Then you can call us back, let us know, whatever, we'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. Right? That's what we're talking about.
The cameraman laughed when you said that.
What about liking me? Yeah, well, what do you do? All right, so what the heck is the actual price? What are we offering today?
We get the videos, the training, the double commission on the first deal.
Double commission. By the way, double commission, that alone, that could be like an extra $5,000 on one deal, right? One single loan. That is huge value. Double your commission is a lot of money. All right, go ahead.
Guarantee. You get the guarantee, Denzel Washington stamped.
I guarantee.
Look that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Denzel Washington guarantee in your YouTube thing after this show, not right now. And you get it for just $100.
$100?
$100.
Not $160,000 to go to school, not $25,000 to go to one of those other classes, not even $297, $100, and you get double commission? The double commission, man, even if I already know everything, you're going to sign up just for the double commission because that's trading $100 for $5,000. So actually, probably a dumb idea on our part. But anyway, here it is. So take it. This is, it's a slam dunk. I mean, even if you're working with us, if you ever heard of us, then you might as well do it just for the double commission.
You know what
I don't
else?
think we have a single commission that is as low as $100. So, I mean, our lowest commission I hardly ever see is like $500. So even one thing, you make $1,000 instead of $500. Just on the double commission, it makes sense. Sorry, I'll stop talking about the double commission, but that's a pretty big one.
And
And
if you have a friend, you can sign them up too.
What?
What?
You're just giving this stuff away for free.
I do.
Oh my
I know,
goodness.
he complains like you're
All
too
right,
generous.
2 for 1 right now. If you want to do this, go sign up. Bring a friend, or we'll give you a separate login for your friend. You could do that, maybe, or somebody you are working with. If you got somebody else, you're thinking, hey, I don't like this job. Let me get the person at my company that I like the best. We'll watch this together. Maybe we'll go out on our own and start doing this. Awesome. Sounds good to us. Then you could do that. So how do we get this $100 thing?
In fact, I was just wondering, where are you going to put the website? Where's the website to sign up? Is it going to be in the comments?
I don't know if we did it yet. So yeah, it's going to be somewhere around here. Maybe look down in the
course
notes, in the course description,
or the whatever.
If you're on YouTube,
video.
if you're on the page where you just scroll down and say yes, I want this, then
Right
scroll
below
down and
subscribe.
say yes, I want this.
After you subscribe to the video.
You don't have to subscribe. You literally just scroll down and click the button. Oh, you mean if you're on YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're on YouTube, look for the link. If you're on the page, that's a page. Just go down and hit the big button that says, yes, I want this. Yes, I want to do 1 loan and make $20,000 rather than try to do 10 and fail.
Right. So
Yes, I want to change my life and take control of the kind of stuff I'm doing and stop wasting my time beating my head against the wall, collecting consumer disclosures and worrying about TRIDs and waiting for mandatory waiting requirements.
So once you do that, you should get an email instantly after you pay. So make sure you check your email, check your spam if you don't see it straight away. There will be a link in there for you to click on so that you can go create your account in our learning management system, and it should be all automated. If it's not, give us a call at, I don't know the phone number.
Your account already exists. You're just going to have to set your own password, right? So once you sign up, you're already in there. You can start right away. You just got to set your password. So. Yeah, if for some reason you got questions, give us a call at 949-259-6360. That is 949-259-6360. But better just buy the thing. Get started on it, and we'll talk about it as you go. When you're working through it, you're able to talk to us.
That's if you don't get the email straight away. So
If you
it's
don't
like
get an email,
like, right, it should be automated. If for
Right
some reason.
on the success page, there's a whole list of exactly what to do.
Right.
Tells you what to do, what's going to happen, if something doesn't happen, how to contact us. It's all there. All right. So why should somebody buy this now? Why not just wait around for next month?
Well, they might not get the free bring a friend.
Bring a friend, that's cool.
We don't think the $100 is not going to last forever.
That's going away.
You can start earning more money now.
You better forget about that double commission. That is limited time, all right? That thing alone is going to lose us a lot of money. So, or, make us money. Hopefully we're working with new people. But $100, do it, because that's a small investment for a bright future and being able to do things that you're not doing and change your life and just really achieve financial independence as an independent funding broker instead of being tied to somebody else's chair and somebody else's paycheck. Hey, somebody else is calling me. Oh, somebody's signing up right now? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know who's calling.
Maybe it is.
All right.
Okay, great.
What else? Is that it?
That's it.
All right, get the heck out of here. I don't want to hear from you. Go sign up, and then we'll talk as we're talking about the deals that you just did and all the fundings that we're doing. All right, that's it. Okay, well, I will see you after you sign up because only an idiot wouldn't sign up for this, right? Right? Okay. Great.